Hi and welcome. This video is for you if you're struggling in your relationship right now and you really want to get some support and your husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend is refusing to get any support, any counselling, and you're wondering what to do. Sometimes I have people say to me, Nicola, my partner is refusing to join your counselling or coaching. And is it because they want to manipulate me? Is it because they're trying to control the situation? Is it because they want to keep on treating me in this negative way? What can I do about it? And honestly, the first thing you need to do is to accept it. Because if you fight them over this, they're going to be more resistant. They're going to be more like, no, they're going to come up with more reasons why they don't think it's a good idea, why they don't want to spend the money, why they don't want to spend the time, why they will bash or criticize the person that you're choosing. It's not going to go anywhere. And in my experience, where someone is dragged along and they don't want to be there, it doesn't work as well. So the first thing to do if your husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend is refusing support, to accept. To say to them, okay, would you mind if I go and I get some tools for our relationship, I get some communication tools or whatever the tools may be and share them with you? That's the next thing you want to be asking them. And that's what I do. I often work with one person in a relationship and I say, right, here is my 21 module audio program. So if they're open in the future, you've got all the lessons there that we're going to cover one-to-one together. And then let's give you some actions to take some and create some positive change in your relationship. Let's give you some tools to clear negative thinking and resentment and get the past in the past rather than the past still being relived in the present. Let me give you some communication tools so you can communicate more effectively, more peacefully, and in a more productive way. And let me give you some tips and some strategies on how to align your goals, your future, and get you both excited about the path that you want to go on. And so you can ask them, like, if I get these different kind of tools, would you be willing for me to share them with you? Would you mind if I go and get some support for our relationship? And most of the time, I would say over 85% of the time to 90% of the time, they will say, yeah, sure, I'd be happy to learn about it. And they would probably be grateful. Often the biggest reason that someone doesn't want to get support is because of fear. Fear of being shamed, fear of getting caught in the blame game, negative experiences that they may have gone through relationship or marriage counselling before with someone else if they've been married before. They may have had a friend or family member that's gone through relationship counselling and it's been a disaster. They may have many reasons why they don't believe in it or they don't want to do it or they don't see the value in it. So trying to force them, to shame them, to guilt them into it is not going to help the relationship and it's not going to help you. People have a right to choose what they feel is right for them. And it's not for everybody. Also, you know, a lot of the men that I work with, they're like so relieved and they're like, oh, thank goodness, Nicola, I'm not having to talk about the past. I'm not having to talk about my feelings. I'm not having to talk about my childhood in working with you. You've got like a practical step-by-step system. So it may be that they haven't found the right person for them. It may be that they just see it all as one way. And then you can educate them and still give them the choice. But in life, we need to be able to choose and make decisions on what's right for us. So if your husband, wife, girlfriend, boyfriend is refusing, just let it be. Get permission, get their acceptance for you to want to work on yourself. And the reason why it works so well to work on ourselves anyway in a relationship is because you can never really work on a relationship. If you think about it, how can you actually work on a relationship? You can only work on yourself showing up in the relationship. You can only work on your behavior in the relationship, your thought processes with the relationship, your actions in the relationship. You can't control their actions. But the more you focus on what you can control, where do you want your relationship to go? Why is it important for you to have the relationship that you want? What loving actions can you take? How can you shape yourself to be the best version of yourself? Their behavior, the way they communicate will shift. Because it's impossible for you to change everything about you in the way that you relate to them and them stay the same. People respond to love, people respond to positivity, people respond to giving, supportive communication. So if you're feeling stuck, don't stay stuck. Don't believe you can't do anything because they're refusing. Get into action, support yourself, support your goals, support your vision, and create the life and the relationship that you want. I hope this has been useful to you. If you would like any steps and tools on how to go about that, if you're interested in working with me, you can book an introduction call on my website. Just go to nicolabeer.com and I can share a little bit more about it with you if you feel that you like the way that I work. I'd be more than happy to hear from you. From my heart to yours, wishing you an awesome day ahead. Take care.